We're live. Hi guys.
Should have seen about 2 seconds ago when Nick's like fixed his hair.
I was like trying to make my quiff do something, but it's all a bit floppy.
Right. So, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Nick, and
Thanks.
I'm Andrea, and we're married, and we make videos together about reselling and stuff.
Is that the new intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're a regular, welcome back. As the title says, we have no haul. We've been doing birthday things all weekend. It's Ellen's 17th, or it was. No, it is actually.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. So we had a house party, and today we've just done nothing apart from go out for a meal.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, I did tidy up and do loads of washing up because we were too tired last night.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd just come on, and normally we're not very good at paying attention to the chat. So we thought we'd just throw it over to the chat tonight, and you can.
I think you can speak for yourself, and they're
ask.
not good at paying attention to the chat.
All right.
Because I'm always paying attention to the chat.
Okay, I'm no good at paying attention to the chat, so we thought we'd throw it over to you, and take questions and see if you've got any topics that we could chat about. Before we went live, I saw that George had already thrown in, can we see some wedding pictures? Which we thought was slightly odd.
Yeah.
But we found some, if you want to see them. So let me say a few hellos first. Lucy was first in. Lucy T, welcome. Benjamin, Paul, Peter Ray.
Pete's Retro Collectibles.
Yeah.
Laura, George, Kay.
Lincoln Seller.
Adrian, hello Adrian.
Oh, Zahir's
in. James Martin, Gary. Yes, hello everybody.
Yeah, I do need to quickly say a thank you to Gary. I don't know if Gary Dunster is in. He hooked me up with a Wii remote. I found a back for it, by the way, Gary. Well, I have one already, so thank you so much for sorting that out for me. Really appreciate it. Yeah, where do we begin? Should we show these pictures we dug out?
Scroll down and see if anyone else is saying anything.
Okay.
As we're paying attention to the chat tonight.
Scrolly. Can you hear this heater, by the way? It's freezing cold in here.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a big fan heater going under the desk. Mind you, my leg's starting to like burn.
Well,
I'm cold up here and boiling down there. Okay. It feels weird not having anything to share.
Well,
just
waffling. We
waffling.
have nothing to share, really. I mean.
Hello, friends across the pond, says Adam. Is Adam across the pond, or is he saying hello to people across the pond? I'm not sure.
Know.
Oh, there was a question. And another one. Hold on. Let me go back a bit. Is there anything there? Okay. Sean, what's the hidden Amazon seller VAT bill they don't show us? VAT on the fees, I think people are talking about, aren't they?
Oh, is that? I don't know what
the fees they charge you, they had VAT on, I believe. I think that's what people have been talking about.
That makes sense, I
suppose. David Morse question. What do you think will be the sought after items this Crimbo? I'm guessing the PlayStation Mini will be one. Quite possibly. Haven't really been looking into it or keeping my finger on the pulse with in-demand toys at the moment. So you tell me.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm just hoping I can shift all the gear I bought in the January sales. To be fair, we probably shifted half of it already.
Yeah.
I'm now worried I've kind of jumped the gun and gone in too early, and I could have waited an extra month and got more. But
yeah, I normally do try and sort of keep an eye out to see what sort of things are going to be big this Christmas, but I've not really seen anything come up yet.
I don't know.
So it's not been on my radar anyway.
No, let us know what you guys think.
Oh, David writes, just packed an order for Hitchin.
Ooh.
Awesome.
For Hitchin Road in Hitchin. Hitchin Road. Oh, is that the one called Stevenage Road going that way? And as it gets into Hitchin, is it that?
I have no idea.
Was that just Stevenage Road?
Don't know.
Maybe that's the one going to Codicott. Hitchin Road, isn't it?
It might be.
Yeah, I think
Don't know.
I think I know where that is.
Not very good on the geography of our own town.
Okay. George says, been to 2 family weddings recently, so had it on the mind. Okay. I think I look like
No,
like Harry
it's
Potter
weird.
or
It's
something.
like looking at 2 different people. It's
This is us.
Don't know.
So we got married 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We got together 21 years ago. I wanted to dig out a picture of us, what we looked like then.
Yeah.
But I didn't know.
But we didn't have enough time, really.
Enough time to dig them out. So, yeah. That's...
It feels like another
really
person.
I look really
strange
there. So, and then this is...
oh, don't show that one.
yeah, I bought that. You're not taking that off me. That's being shown. This is... I talk about my sisters a lot. So I have 3 sisters. Alison, who I think has been in a couple of videos when we've been jumble sailing with her.
Yeah, Alison was recognised the other day.
Yeah. Alison was... What did someone say to her?
Somebody asked if said they thought they'd seen her before, and then said, "Oh, I think I've seen you in Nick Hills' video."
Yeah, so that's cool. This is Katie, who's recently had daughter. Well, 9-10 months ago, and she was up at Ellen's party yesterday. This is Joe, middle size. Katie's the youngest. Me, Andrea, Andrew's brother Matt, and this is Ellen, who was 17 yesterday. Where's that other picture of it? Oh, I thought I bought a different picture of Ellen. Obviously not. No.
Oh dear. I was very happy that day. I was very happy, but
So
just looking back at it now, looking back at how I looked, I don't like it. It's just
how old were you then? In
12 years younger. Shh.
I
was 12 years younger. I was 21.
21. And then, when the wine got flowing and the DJ kicked off, this happened.
Yeah, Ellen.
Ellen's like, that's my mum.
What's my mum
striking
doing?
poses.
There were other people dancing.
There was nobody else dancing. At this point, look, you can see everyone else just having a chit chat, having some nibbles. She's there.
Dance floor. There was other people dancing.
I'm going to scroll to the end. I don't know what people are saying. I just realised I'm not.
Oh, no.
Nick does look like a policeman. Well, at that point, I'd not been one for a long time. Because that was, what year was that? 2006.
Yeah.
So it had been 5 years. Yeah, so. There's some cracking pictures of me as well, but I didn't get them. I need to blow my nose.
Yeah. I'll tell the story of
You can tell every story you like. I'm going to get some tissues because I need to blow my nose.
Tell the story about the fact that Nick was so drunk at our wedding, and I didn't notice this because I was on the dance floor most of the night. But our friends tell this story endlessly about how he tried to find his coat at the end of the night, and he was searching through the coats on a table. They heard a crash, and the next thing they found Nick on the other side of the table. The table overturned, and you'd fallen over the table.
Vaguely remember that.
Yes. And then you hiccuped in your sleep, and I've never heard anyone hiccup in their sleep before. All night you were just hiccuping. I didn't get much sleep.
At least you've aged well. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Polaroids are huge for Christmas.
Okay.
Question: are you doing a special fancy dress Halloween show?
No.
Hadn't any plans for that. No. Question: trick or treat? We tend to give treats until they run out, and then we just don't answer the door.
Yeah, that's when we take the pumpkin in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, no treats here anymore.
When I was a kid, we proper went out with eggs and stuff, and if people didn't give us, we'd egg their house.
Yeah, that happened when I was younger. No, I didn't, but somebody came to our house, and my granddad said, "Trick," shut the door on them, and they egged the house.
Okay, so there was another question there. This is going to be hard to actually
Yeah.
keep on top. Quite right. I'm just going back. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Clothing question. On X Factor, Little Mix are wearing suit trousers over jeans. Is that a thing?
Yeah, suit trousers over jeans. Oh,
Trousers over jeans?
yeah. I immediately, my brain
Two pairs?
thought suit jackets. I thought, oh, that's a thing. Weird.
That must be what Steve meant. Jacket. Suit jacket
Yeah,
with
suit
jeans.
jacket. I mean, you can wear a suit jacket with anything. The suit jackets and tailoring is very much in at the moment. Suit
And second part of
trousers.
that question, Steve.
That's
Am I
weird.
getting old? Yeah. Yeah. Here you are. Right. Anna says, what's being talked about? Whatever comes up, really. What have you just sold, Nick?
Oh, I don't know.
Dunno.
Let's have a look.
I think I just sold one of those CDs, Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah, it's Frank Sinatra. Oh, we sold The Corpse Bride.
Oh, and the Corpse Bride DVD, and then an air filter, and an air filter, and an air filter, and an air filter.
Yeah, lots of
the two
car parts.
Do you remember I picked up the jumble sale we went to like a week or so back? It was a filler bag one. There wasn't a lot there, but I was taking a few punts on things, and I picked up 2 Magic Eye books. And then when I looked them up, I realised there really wasn't a market, but I had them anyway. I was going to just redonate, and I thought I might as well just try it, and listed them. And they sold tonight for £7. So, cool. Which surprised me because there was hundreds listed on eBay and hardly any were selling. So, high five. Look at the enthusiasm.
I think Steve and Steph are in. Hi, guys.
I was just watching you live. They were out dumpster diving. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so let's catch up with chat. Sean Gilbert, question. I use mobile phone net water room. I don't understand what that. I use mobile phone net water room as office. Room as office, petrol, etc. Do I add that expense on top of my personal allowance so I can earn extra before I pay tax? We're not the people to ask for tax advice, but any expense you incur in the running of your business, you can claim against your tax.
If your mobile phone is just for business and it's not a personal mobile phone, then I'd say yes, completely. But if it's a mobile phone that you use for business as well, I don't know if you can claim some of it. Or,
speak to an accountant, because
not sure about that.
I wouldn't want to give any advice that's wrong.
Because with petrol, we do a certain percentage, don't we?
Yeah, or you can use apps, so you can just log trips that you know are being just for work.
Yeah, so basically that's what we do.
But I would honestly speak to an accountant to seek advice because we're not experts.
Yeah.
Okay. So people, going back to the photos, Kelly was saying, no, that's not you two. They're imposters. If you just joined us, we were asked to share wedding pictures.
Don't show them again. Oh, my God.
So this is us 12 years ago. And then this is Andrea after 12 glasses of wine. Show it close up. That was close up. Could you not see?
That's close enough.
Oh, man, we're so far behind. This is impossible to keep up with. Okay. Hey, Lex.
Oh, no. Steve says.
Where?
No, bottom jeans with suit trousers over the jeans. That's odd.
That's just
very
daft.
Strange.
Wait, why would you wear 2 pairs of trousers?
It's really strange.
Ash says, I don't mind when kids around me egg the house. It's when they get toilet paper out after I hate.
There's a good question from Mukhtar there.
Where? This one?
Yeah.
Nick, did you always want to marry Andrea? Was it your plan to wait so long? Also, how long do you think is good enough to get to know someone? Well, you have to test, test the relationship for a while.
Test the goods.
Test the goods,
I know. And Ellen was obviously 4 or 5 at the time.
Getting married just wasn't a big deal to us. We never really had a lot of thought about it.
Getting married was not a big deal to him.
Oh, you know what I mean? It wasn't like number 1 on our list of things to get done.
Yeah. Get done,
God,
honestly.
This could backfire so badly. You said the same things at the time. It's just,
a piece of paper.
God. Yeah, anyway, what was the rest of that question? How long do you think is good enough to get to know someone. How long were we together? 9 years.
Yeah.
That was long enough.
Well, I suppose it just felt like we were married anyway.
Yeah.
So it was just a formality.
By the time we were married, we had a child, we had a business together, we had a mortgage.
Yeah, we did everything backwards. So.
It didn't change a lot, is all I'm trying to say. Yeah. Kelly says, I don't answer the door. Daughter was knocking on earlier and I ignored her thinking it was trick-or-treaters. She had to phone me to let her in.
Oh no, bless.
Classic. Right, let's try and catch up with the chat. Oh my word, it keeps jumping. Where was I?
Lex says she gives trick-or-treaters vegetables so they don't come back again.
That's a good plan, yeah. Elaine, hi there, says, can Andrea please do more clothes hauls? Loving them. I'm a clothes seller in Scotland and love your videos, always learning something.
Oh, cool. I probably will, yeah.
Well, we need to go out and buy some stuff in order to do a haul, and we've bought nothing this week.
No. Well, I've got too many to list at the moment. So.
Yeah. And I want to set myself a new target for this winter period, which is to eradicate the backlog, which I have never done in all the years I've been reselling.
I think you tried that last year as well.
Yeah, failed completely because we bought
quite well.
We bought a car dealership in January or February.
Although I have to say we are going to a jumble sale next week, so there'll probably be another clothes haul coming from that because I never come away from that jumble sale with nothing.
Yeah. Oh, Karen has just sold a vintage Jenga within 20 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
Do they sell? I see them and never pick them up.
I've got a Jenga which has got Amazon branding on it, which I was given as a Christmas present from Amazon when I lived there. Felt like I lived there when I worked there.
That might be quite collectible now.
It might be, but I'm keeping it. Memories.
Oh, Karen's worried she listed too cheap. I love the wedding pics.
I don't know. I mean, there's no point in even thinking about it really because it's sold and you're happy with the price because that's what you asked for. So,
Nick, you look like ads.
Really? You normally get Harry Potter.
Well, I had round-rimmed glasses.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Before these, I had round rims and I looked proper like Harry Potter. I can't see the ads thing there, I'll be honest. Church or registry wedding?
I was registry. Yeah. It
was in Hitchin Town Centre, and then we walked through the town to the Sun Hotel, and we had our reception in the Sun Hotel, which was great.
It was lovely. It was good. It was a good party.
Suited us.
Yeah. Well, we paid for the whole thing ourselves, didn't we? So it was a bit on a budget, but it was a good day. All we wanted to do was just celebrate with our friends and family, really.
Yeah. Hi, Ali Cat. Is Ali Cat who bought some CDs?
Yes, that's Alison.
Thank you for the purchases. You should have the box of CDs I sent, hopefully by now. Eminem Antique says, I've been with my partner for 12 odd years, but still not married. What's the rush? Yeah. You know, you've got to be sure about these things. I'm serious, you know. So many marriages are over in a flash.
Well, that's true. That's true.
RJ, been with my partner since 1990, still testing the water. Well, that's thorough research. That's really, you know, checking the merch. Wow, 1990. What's that?
Yeah, and Stream Andrew says, always test the goods. I've been with my girlfriend since 1989, still not married yet.
See, we were quick off the mark. See, you might moan, but 9 years was nothing compared to this lot.
Kelly says, such a bloody romantic. Yes. He's not romantic. He's lovely, but he's not romantic.
I'll take that as a compliment. I just heard the lovely bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it just jumped again. Sorry, this chat is.
We've got a super chat from Quilly.
Pain in the backside.
We'll get to your super chat in a minute. We were just trying to find what Nick was.
Where were we?
What I was going to say. Well, that's Karen's comment about Jenga.
Okay, right. So we were here. Something right. Let's whiz down here.
So.
Lex. Oh, I know. We saw you with your vintage massager.
She knows that. That's what she's saying. It.
Lex has been at Carla's. I don't know if you're still at Carla's or you've gone home now. And they went out boot sailing. I caught the tail end of the haul, and Lex has one of those vintage Pifco massagers. And
what was the brand that we had?
Pifco.
Oh, was it?
I think so. And I'm still waiting for you to turn up so we can have a massage party.
No, we were expecting you for dinner.
Yeah.
Where were you?
We hung around and waited because you said you were coming. I was nearly in tears, I'll be honest. Feel let down. We were going to have a massage party, Lex.
Have you applied for marriage allowance? What's that and why?
18 years with Barry, says Kelly. No plans to marry.
Well, some people don't want to get married, and that's fine. They're trying to bring in the law for heterosexual couples to have what do they call it when you're not married but you're
Civil
legally
partnership.
That's it, civil partnership.
Mm.
Yeah, which I think would be a great thing, because then it gives you all the, and then that was really part of the reason why we got married, to be fair.
It was paperwork.
We'll be honest and serious now that, you know, we were quite happy just being engaged and being together, and I felt quite committed. And I was going to have serious heart surgery, and we had Ellen, and we didn't know where we stood legally with it all. So that was a big consideration.
Yeah, it was a big grey area because we weren't married with rights over Ellen and stuff.
So that was a big reason, very romantic. Why we actually ended up just doing it and getting married.
We are getting to the super chat, Quillen. I don't want to miss out any comments or questions because we're trying to focus on the chat tonight, believe it or not. Steve Green, we got married because Shell wouldn't shut up about it. Kids are a bigger commitment than a piece of paper. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And we bought a house together as well. So that was quite a big commitment.
Aaron, been with mine 6 years, not married yet. The thing is, marriage is not the institution that it used to be. And there's not as much pressure from society to get married. It's not like you're living in sin anymore. You're just with someone and that's all that counts. So marriage is not what it used to be, is it? I mean, my nan was very traditional, and she made her opinions heard within the family about people living in sin. But she was 2 generations back, and I loved her to bits and she loved us to bits, but she was very open about how she saw things. Not so much to do with us. She was kind of over it by then, but when my eldest sister had a child out of marriage, it was all a big there's these guys these days, nobody cares really. No,
we've moved on.
Adrian, I found my wife in the paper. Sounds like a free CD, but she was in the Lonely Hearts, married for 9 years now.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so cool. Wow, congratulations. What's the worst thing you've ever bought, sniffed, and instantly regretted sniffing?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I might have
had the odd piece of clothing that I've kind of sniffed and thought, oh, no, that needs a wash.
I remember buying we bought a vintage Fisher Price toy. It wasn't a record player. It was something similar.
It was like a chalkboard thing that had all the
magnetic letters in and cards,
which was lovely.
Really nice.
I've never seen one like it before, but it stank of cigarettes.
It was like sniffing a packet of fags. It was just
awful. It was so strong.
There was no way we were getting that sent out. So I think I redonated it actually.
Yeah.
I just gave it away. I just wanted it out of the house.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was a shame because it was a lovely thing.
How I didn't notice, or neither of us noticed the smell when we bought it. Steve and Steph are dumpster diving right now, so we'll be popping in and out of the chat if we miss something. Wow.
Andrea says, I met my husband when we were married and had a son within a year. That was 18 years ago, and we are still happily married. Cool. Robert says, question. Do you think it's almost impossible to be a reseller without car boot sales?
Not at all. No, there's many people that find ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Auctions, eBay itself.
Arbitrage.
Yeah.
Online or retail.
There's many ways to do it.
Yeah, loads.
Oh, it's just jumped again. Where's Quillen's super chat gone? There it is. Okay, right. Now where was I up to? There, right. So
it's to you, so I'll let you read it, and if you can.
Right, Krillin, hi. Rob. It's $5 super chat. Thank you, firstly, for that. Nick, when are you coming back to the USA? Question mark. Don't know.
Dunno.
Not next year.
When we can afford it again.
We're going to Disneyland again next year, but it's the France one.
Yeah.
Any concerts coming up? I think we mentioned the ones we got lined up already.
Yeah, nothing new.
We're going to see Lucy Silvers together soon. You're going to see Years and Years, and then Ellen's off to see 21 Pilots. I haven't got anything else lined up. We did a lot of gigging this year, so I don't know. We might pare it down a little bit next year.
Yeah. Nick tells me he doesn't want to go to Rewind this year because I
thought we'd take a year out.
And I'm gutted.
Don't make me feel bad. I just posted my 9 Inch Nails show from last week. Any tips how to find pretty girls who like reselling?
What? No.
How do I answer that? Well, I just worked in a record shop and met one. See? So get a job in a record shop. That worked for me. Joni, for us, it was 15 years before our first kiss. Now that's taking it slow. 15 years before the first. I couldn't wait that long.
They were obviously just friends before, I'm guessing.
Wow. Showpot. Hey guys, nice to meet you. Big hello from Russia.
Oh, hello from England to Russia.
I don't know if we've had a Russian in the side chat.
Yes, we have.
Have we?
Well, I'm not sure. Is Bianca from Russia or is that? No, perhaps she's not. I'm making that up. Sorry, Bianca.
Don't know. Welcome. David Morse was married after 6 months. Couldn't wait. Fair enough. Got married in Walt Disney World in Florida.
That sounds amazing.
Lincoln Cellar.
I'd love. I know this sounds silly, but I'd like to get married to you again. I'd like to do it a different way and have another celebration and get married again.
Wow.
Perhaps we could renew our vows in Disney World.
Why do we have to go all the way to Disney World? My sister, this is Emmas. My sister, this has become a wedding chat apparently. My sister took out loans for a $50,000 wedding.
Oh no!
Wait for it. Was divorced in a year.
Yeah.
No, less than a year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. It's really, really sad when that happens. Really sad.
Yeah. What's that? Your cousin?
Yeah, my cousin's going through a divorce
Sadly
at the moment. They had a lovely wedding, and it doesn't seem 5 minutes ago. It was a few years ago, but just so sad. So sad for them both.
We both
really.
got ridiculously drunk at that wedding.
Yeah. Perhaps we jinxed it.
Dear me. The trouble with weddings is it's like free
it's
bar,
free wine all day.
Wine on the tables, and
except for ours, we did because we didn't have enough money to pay for free alcohol for everybody, so everybody had. To pay
our
for their
wedding!
own.
I thought you meant our table.
No,
our wedding was on a budget.
No, we were on a budget. I feel bad about that now, but
wowzers! Yeah, but
we couldn't
weddings.
afford it.
Why we were there? It was a long, drawn-out, whole day palaver, and there was like
palaver. It was a nice day. It was a lovely day, lovely sunny, hot day.
Yeah, but it's dangerous because it's like pims.
You don't realise
to start
how
with.
much you're drinking,
and then
until the evening when you can't stand up straight.
And then you have a couple of beers at the bar, and then they give you champagne for toast.
Yeah.
And then there's wine on the table.
Yeah.
And then there's more champagne for toast, and that's it. All bets are off.
Oh,
Hi DBG, how are you?
Oh, Alexa's home now.
Oh, you're home now. Okay, we are miles behind in the chat. Hope you had a good time. Looks like you're having a whale of a time. Katie there has a message for you.
Says, hi Andrea, you've really inspired me to start clothes selling. I've bought a few pieces and have listed them. Jolly exciting. Yes. Anyway, I wondered if you had any advice for someone starting out. Oh, I don't know. Put me on the spot. I don't know. It's the same with anything really, isn't it? It's just keeping going, keeping listing, buy things that you like, keep trying it out.
Enjoy
if
the
something
ride.
really works and you're making good money on a particular brand or a particular item, then buy more of it, and just don't pick up things that you don't enjoy selling. So if there's a particular piece or a brand or an item or something that you, even if you think somebody else is having a success with it, if you're not enjoying it, don't pick it up.
Cool. I was just going to say, enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And if you can crack that and it's fun, what's not to love? So yeah.
Because just carrying on from that,
yeah.
I think that in the beginning, when I first started picking up clothes, I was doing a lot of that. I was just picking up anything really, and then you get to a point, like Carla said last week, that you get to a point where you have things that you just don't want to list. And then they just sit there in a pile. So yeah, I really resonated with that, because I thought, yeah, I did that as well. I didn't buy things in bulk, but I was buying a lot of stuff, and then I was thinking, I was picking out the pieces I wanted to list.
Yeah, buying at a rate faster than you were listing and selling it just got you into a big funk of But I can't really complain, because I'm in the same situation. But
I do feel like I'm more in control of it now. I've got
this is how far behind we are in the chat. Look, Carla's just said there, like about many minutes ago, we genuinely considered driving up to you, but then we thought Ellen might not like two nutcases crashing her birthday meal. That would have been so much fun. But yeah, it's a long way. It's a long old drive from Bristol. Another time. Ali Cat was married virtually for 3 months. Okay. What, on that life game, that other life? Okay, let's scroll down. No, there's like another Second Life, isn't there? Yeah, online thing.
Oh, not heard about that. Peter Ray's got a question. What are you working on, Nick, at the moment in the Tack Cave?
Testing electronics. PS1 here. That Wii, there's another Wii there. So I've been testing some electronics. I've got a bunch more stuff to get through. The auction stuff has got to go out tomorrow, so that's going to be packaged up along with orders going out. So winners of raffle, sorry, not auction, raffle stuff will be going out, and the silver's going out tomorrow, because the winner of the silver, can't remember who it was now, has been away. So I was going to do a video about hallmarks, so I might try and do that tomorrow before I send all the hallmarks, before I send all the silver off. Someone said there, just before it goes away, my best friend ran off with my wife.
Oh.
I must admit, I do miss him. So you miss your best friend, but not your wife. I'm not sure if I'm reading that wrong. My dad has been married. This is Lex. My dad has been married 3 times and my mum twice. So we are strong believers in marriage in this family. Question what you... Oh, you've heard that.
Yep.
Okay, right. Scrolling down. Oh, it just jumped. I need to blow my nose again. Do you want to find something to read?
I think this is...
My allergies are terrible today.
Thanks, George, for this, because we're now having a conversation about weddings and relationships. It's quite amusing. Don't know.
They need to sort this chat out.
I know, because it just jumps all the time. So I don't know where we were before. Lots of deleted messages. I don't know. You'll have to do it, because I'm just leaning over.
Oh my goodness, we're
I think
so
Susan.
far behind.
We are really far behind, but I don't know where
how
we're up
to. How much do you both spend in time in a day adding items to eBay? Is clothing more timing?
Oh, clothing's really time consuming to list, because you've got all the... Well, now we have like 1 million item specifics to fill in, but also you have to put all the measurements in and check for all the flaws and mention all the flaws if there are any, and it takes forever.
Yeah, with me, I don't have a set amount of hours I put in. I have days where I will list and do nothing much else. I'll have days where I won't list a single thing. It just depends. I do want to try and get a bit more structure back into my working week, but I've never been a structured person. I fight against structure. I always have done. It's why I couldn't survive in jobs.
That's the same with me. I mean, I see like Carla and Fake Rachel and everybody doing about bullet journaling, and I think if only I was that organized. And I think I've even tried to start it, but I can't, because I'm exactly the same. I just don't like that sort of structure.
Yeah.
And whenever anyone starts talking about their to-do lists, I think, no, scroll on. I can't do a to-do list.
Well, I write a list and then I lose the list. What I do find works for me is having little targets on and I'm talking short term, like what I'm going to do within the next couple of hours. I can cope with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do anything until I have listed this next 10 items, or I'm not going to do anything until I've photographed all of this pile of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't really cope with planning much beyond that. So that's...
Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I think, what am I going to do today? And I have it in my head what I'm going to do, but I can't sort of write it down. I'd have to, organize myself to write something down. I'd have to put that into my schedule. Make a schedule.
Yeah.
Peter Ray's got quite an interesting question. He says, what period of time, Nick and Andrea, would you love to go back to?
The 90s.
Any particular part of the 90s, or just
how I felt in the 90s? It's more an age thing. I'd like to go back to when I was 18 through to 20, whatever.
Yeah.
It was just the most fun time of my life. It was exciting. Everything was new, and everything was going on. The music was fantastic, but that's just because I was that age then. But yeah, 90s for me. Well,
obviously not permanently, but I would love to visit. I'd love to go back to
20s.
The 20s. I wasn't alive in the 20s.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick a period in time. I'll see if I could guess the time.
No, well,
no, go
on. A time I often drive past where my grandparents lived and where I lived with them, and I'd love to just sort of walk in the door and see them and feel like I was at home and say hello and everything be as it was then. That's what I'd love. I'd love to just go back to that time where I felt really sort of,
happy.
I feel happy now, obviously.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It
doesn't mean you can't be happy now if you were happy then.
Yeah.
It's not a comparison, but
so
I know what you mean.
I would just love to go back and see them again and spend some time with them.
I like this. I know we're behind in the chat. We're trying to catch up. Stu Mandry says, ages ago, my neighbour just got a puppy for his wife. Best swap he's ever done. Oh, and hey, you said Susan. Hi, Sue.
Yeah, I did.
Gary, married 26 years, got together at work. Yeah, we met through work. I was never any good at that whole going out and trying to pull, chat up lines. It's just, it made me cringe. I couldn't do that whole thing. So I think the only way I was ever going to find someone was through work, through having a colleague and getting to know someone naturally. Not that whole false in a pub. All right, darling. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope you never said that to anyone.
Can you imagine? I would just be mortified. Oh.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
What's Gary saying? Question: how do you know your partner has left you? Is this a joke then? How do you know your partner has left you? Sex is the same, but the washing up piles up.
Question: 19k subs, Nick. Wow, what's future plans for the channel? We don't really plan anything. You think this is planned? Don't know. We'll just keep doing the same, really. We've kind of learned to make the videos that we enjoy making, really. I still have a backlog of stuff that I haven't edited, some from when we were away and stuff, and it's time consuming. The live stuff, I think, is the most enjoyable and the most productive because it's interactive, it's quick, it's easy to do. It doesn't take hours out of your day editing. But to be honest, Pete, we don't have any plans as such.
No, we don't really.
It happens as it happens.
It happens organically, really. But
I don't know how far we're away from 20,000. Are we what? I can't see a screen that's going to tell me.
No.
Yeah. Okay, right. Question: have you seen the new Queen movie about Freddie, and are you getting a new pet?
No. I'd love to see the new Queen movie. Let's do that this week because it's half term for Ellen this week. Should we do that as a family thing?
I have to ask her, see what she wants to do.
Yeah, I think she'd enjoy it. But the question is, would you enjoy it? Would you come with us?
I'd watch it, I guess.
Okay, cool. Are we getting a pet anytime soon? Not anytime soon.
We don't have plans again for that.
Going to leave it for a while. But yeah, I would still love to rescue another dog, but not just yet.
Cohen's sister got engaged on Friday.
Oh, congratulations to your sister.
Yeah. She met him on a dating website that I sent her the link to. It was a 2-week free trial. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. She thought she'd never meet anyone.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Kind of all down to you then, Cohen.
Yeah. My brother's just got engaged as well. He's a lot younger than me. He's 28. And yeah, that's cool. Quite looking forward to that. Another wedding to look forward to.
Sean.
Oh, Bianca is from Holland.
Oh, there you go. What did you say?
I immediately thought, no,
Russia.
That's wrong. I'm sure there was somebody from Russia in the chat at some point.
Sean says, question, is social life better being self-employed compared to employed? I really want to be full-time self-employed by 2020 as it will give me more time to enjoy life and time, hopefully. Well, I don't know. We've said before that doing what we do, reselling from home, can actually be really isolating because you don't very often have reason to leave the house, not in a social capacity anyway. Yeah. Whereas if you're in a job, it can be really social. Certainly when I was in the police force, it was all about social interaction with your workmates.
And it was when we worked in the shop. We went out with our workmates quite a lot.
Yeah, and when we were self-employed and we had a high street shop, that was very social because all our customers got to know us, all our regulars, and it was face to face.
2 of our best friends we met from being customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon and Ruth.
So if anything, our social life has become a lot harder because you have to make the effort to keep those relationships going. Because
we do have a good online social life these days.
Yeah, this is a huge part of our social life now, which is another reason.
Some really great people that we know.
And another reason why we put the effort in with this channel and we've continued to put constant video content out is to maintain that social connection we have, because it's become really important for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just takes work. And what you said in the question, hopefully I'll get more time to enjoy life and social things. Then, yeah, you just have to put that effort in and make sure you give yourself time.
If you've got friends, already, you're probably going to end up seeing more of them because you'll have more time. And I don't know.
Kelly says, no, do it at the next meetup, Andrea.
Talking about, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's about us renewing our vows.
Oh, crumbs.
That would be quite cool, actually. Should we do that?
That would be a bit full on, wouldn't it? Hey, come and watch us renew our vows.
Only if you're going to be my maid of honor, Kelly.
David Morse was asking what dating site it was. He met his wife on eHarmony.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My mum and stepdad met each other on some dating. It wasn't a website back then, but now they're divorced. So.
Oh, we're so far behind. It's just jumped. Shall I just go to the end?
Oh, Halloween question.
Oh, blimey! Look at all the questions. Best chat up line. I don't have any. It would be something like, "Hi, I feel really awkward. How are you?" Let's just pick out a couple of questions and then we'll try and catch up.
I saw something about Adam and the Ants. Go back to that.
Oh, Pete was just saying, really love seeing your channel grow over the years, Nick. 19,000 subs now. I came in around 6,000 subs over 2 years ago. Yeah.
Steve Green would go back to the time when the pyramids were built just to see who built them because he's proper skeptical.
Ah, do you believe in the whole alien thing? I think that's a load.
Oh, here we are. Libel said, 1980s would be my perfect time. Genesis, Peter Gabriel, Adam and the Ants. these weird glittery things on the head. You can't beat it.
Dealy boppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I love the 80s.
My sisters had them.
love
I
the
had
80s.
day glow socks at that period.
I think that's why I love the Rewind Festival so much.
Right, let's try and
Halloween question from Stu Mandry. Have you ever seen a ghost or witnessed something inexplicable? Many times. Many times, Stu. The most recent was a couple of nights ago. I was sitting just looking at my phone. I was on my own in the living room, and all of a sudden this sort of, it's almost like I told you thought I'd gone insane. I show you said, I think you must be tired, dear. But it was just like I couldn't see my phone. It was like there was something sort of foggy just here. And then I thought, I wonder if it's Monty just come, and I hadn't been drinking, just come and sat on my lap. I didn't know. But then I looked up and I saw, as I looked up in front of the TV, there was a shape of a person. So I don't know if it was Monty and somebody. I don't know. But yes, I've had many an experience.
Yeah, I'm a skeptic, so I probably have, and I just pass them off as whatever. I'm not.
I've definitely seen Monty a few times, and Lisa has told me that she's confirmed to me that I'm not losing my mind. I have actually seen Monty.
Okay. Pete was just saying there that he's at 643 subs now, which is amazing. I'm proud of that, considering I have confidence issues and struggle with it daily. And chatting to all the subs on lives really helps. So thanks very much. It's great to see, Peter. Glad you're enjoying it and it's going well. I think I've almost caught up in the chat. No, I haven't. Look, it's jumped again. Now where the hell am I?
No, I don't know.
What?
We haven't caught up, but we're at the end of it.
Hi, Aid says, evening, Nick and Andrea. I'm sorry I'm late. Hope you're all good. Did Lex finally get home?
Yeah, Lex is home.
Yeah, Lex is home. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the... Jackie B, question. When doing the live chat, what do you see on your screen? Well, in front of us, we have the little screen with us in it.
Yeah, we see the backwards of what you're seeing.
Do we? Is everything backwards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I picked that up. We were going to mention at the beginning, just to say thank you again. I know we've harped on about it, and it's actually quite nice to come on and not be auctioning off a load of stuff or doing, one of the charity things, because although it was fantastic, it was just so overwhelming, the whole thing. But I wanted to give a total. We have passed £7,700 raised. And if you add in the check that Tom's granddad added to it all, that's 8,800 and something or other. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy,
cool,
crazy.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kelly says, Maid of Honour, sure, count me in. Lex and I will sort out your hen night. So, yeah.
Can you imagine what that would be?
Get Carla involved in that. Perhaps they'll all be my bridesmaids.
Oh,
cool.
my word. You started something now.
I know.
MM Antiques and Collectibles. Question. Do you buy a lot from auctions, and are they just local, or do you bid live online? We have bought from auction. The huge car parts haul we're still ploughing through came from auction. That was a local auction. I have bid live on auctions, haven't really won much of any consequence that way. I think we do want to go back to the auction house next year.
Yeah,
but see, we want to clear the backlog first.
Going back to an earlier question, that's another good stream of sourcing is auctions.
Yep. Best chat up line, Libel says, if I was a squirrel, I'd love to be your nut.
I did read that.
Fair enough.
Oh, Lex is allergic to hen nights.
What? Lex would be great on a hen do. Oh, look, I think I'm at the end, and then look, if I scroll back, we haven't actually seen any of this. Whoa, this is so hard to keep up.
It's crazy. Oh, Steve says, my social work life is non-existent. Have you said that?
No, but read the whole of it.
They invite me out, but I'd rather... Okay.
He'd rather shut his willy in a door. Bless.
Yes.
Question, Nick. When you were a copper, did you ever arrest a reseller who did it illegally? I arrested. I think I shared this once. I only had a couple of arrests. I was in a very short period of time. It didn't take me long to figure out I was not happy in that job, but I did make 2 arrests. One was a guy who was threatening to kill a landlord in a pub. So I arrested him, and it was great because I got to arrest him for making threats to kill, which is quite a rare arrest. Anyway, the other one was an old man who went into a Marks and Spencer's, and he was buying a gift for his wife, and he wanted to buy her a coat, but he couldn't afford it. So what he did was he put on this woman's coat and tried to leave the store, and the security spotted him a mile off, and then took him out the back. They called us in, and I had to arrest this poor old guy who broke down in tears, and it was really sad. I think he was released after the fact. He was released on a caution anyway, so it didn't go any further. It didn't go to court or anything that I remember. But yeah, that was it. That was the extent of it.
But when we had our replay shop, we were involved in a bit of a sting.
Yeah.
Because we used to obviously buy and sell CDs and DVDs and all of that. And you bought in, well, you didn't buy in at that time. You were really busy. And I came in the afternoon. I think I dropped Ellen off at your mum and dad's. So I came in, and you had on the side a massive stack of CDs. And I said, oh, what's this? And he said, oh, I've taken it in for evaluation. He's coming back for evaluation later.
Well, we'd been tipped off to look out for certain titles.
No, we hadn't. I then took a phone call.
Oh, it was after the fact. Okay,
and I thought, oh, hang on, this is it. And so I then had to phone the police and tell them what had happened. And we had to be involved. We given walkie-talkies and everything. We had to set up a whole thing. So when he came back in,
walkie-talkie. We were given a police radio. We were given a police radio so we could call them when this guy turned up.
Walkie-talkie, isn't it?
Okay, we were given walkie-talkies, right? Little Buzz Lightyear ones.
So you could talk into.
It was a police radio, but same thing.
Yeah, and then we had to. I had to go and hide in the bathroom.
Well, to explain what happened, a guy had been burgled and his CD collection was stolen, but he collected quite obscure stuff, and he thought it was worth getting the word out there to record stores like us. Well, we were a gaming shop predominantly, but we did music and DVD, and he said, can you keep an eye out for a CD collection? It will include this, and this, and they're rare and obscure, and it was genuinely quite weird stuff, import records and stuff, or CDs. And that's how we recognised it.
Yeah, that's how I realised that was the stuff. And I was like, oh my God.
So anyway, when the guy came back to hear my valuation and see if he'd take the money, I went off at the back, got on the police radio, said he's here, and they turned up within minutes. There was 3 squad cars, about 10 coppers, it felt like, and they all just came barging in. There's customers browsing our shop, and it was like we're suddenly in an episode of The Bill. And he was nicked, and he was arrested, and he was done for burglary, and he was also done for a whole, as criminals often do, if they're banged to rights, they take into account other crimes, and he was done for 50 odd burglaries he coughed up to.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was put away. Anyway.
It was exciting.
Yeah. Right, let's try and shall I just go to the end? Look at all this chat we've missed.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. And Nadine says,
what?
I think my Curver kitchen bin is haunted. I hear it randomly closing. Andrea's encounter sounds reasonable compared to that.
Your bin is possessed.
Oh, Peter Ray says, seen a few floaty things around, orbs or things in the Tack Cave on lives. I know. Yeah, there's definitely something in this house. Stream Andrew says, I was a skeptic about ghosts until I saw a ghostly woman walk across the road in front of my car one night, witnessed by myself and 2 passengers at the same time.
Wow. Oh, Karin there says, I'm 7 subscribers away from 500.
Oh, that's cool.
Not bad considering I don't
if you don't subscribe to Karin, go over and subscribe to her.
Pop over there now. You can click on the little dots next to everyone's name if you want to go and check out the channels. Yeah. And DBG says, that's excellent, Karin. I have 36 subs and I don't do vids at all. Wow, you're gaining subs and don't even put videos out. That's quite impressive. And that's Mukhtar saying, DBG, do vids. You have a massive following already. I will watch, as will a lot of others. Isn't DBG or Death by Glamour on Instagram?
She's on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still resisting getting involved in Instagram. I don't look at any of it. I don't know who half the names are over there. I just feels like another rabbit hole to go down and lose a lot of time with, to me. Karin says, I thought someone recognized me yesterday when I was having the afternoon tea. They weren't looking at me. They were looking at all the lovely cakes next to me. Did you go?
I was waiting for
Do you know who I am?
I was waiting for that.
Would you like an autograph? Oh, a cake. Shall I pass you cake?
Somebody asked us back there if we get asked for autographs. No, not really.
No, I've never been asked for an autograph. The newest we came was getting selfies at the meetup with that lovely lady. Who was that?
Oh, Tara. Yeah.
Is it Tara?
But that wasn't. I was just because we had photos of the meetup. Really.
We had a selfie done.
Yeah. We might have to go back to find some interesting questions. Because now we're at the end and we're running out of questions.
Oh, Pete's been recognised. Pete says,
cool.
I've been recognised a couple of times while out vlogging and at local car boot as a YouTuber. It's weird but fun.
Awesome.
Oh, this chat is driving me nuts. The moment I click on the little slide bar to scroll down, it just disappears off to God knows where. Right, I think I'm at the bottom. Right, there you go.
Yes.
Question: you paying low PayPal fees? Yes.
Yeah, I looked into that. We are.
Apply. We did it ages ago, but I wasn't sure, so we checked. But yeah, I don't know how it works. But if you're putting a certain amount of transactions through or a certain amount of turnover through, you can apply to have lower merchant rates. So check that if you haven't already.
Steve says, last person that recognised me said Shell was a saint.
Leslie says, how about a thumbs up? Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you do enjoy this random waffle. We may have things to actually share with you and talk about some tat next week.
Yeah, well,
is it Saturday Jumble?
Saturday Jumble.
Okay. DBG says, I'm from Timbuktu. What, really? Because that is a real place, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she might be talking to someone else. Stu Andrew's full of it tonight. It said, I got recognised the other day. Mind you, I was at my mum's.
Well, I should hope so. Do you get recognised by people as resellers when buying stock? Asks.
Oh, we did in Brighton, weirdly.
Yeah.
So we didn't buy anything. I don't know. It felt weird after that.
Well, we had a chat with the guy. He was in the chat, wasn't he?
Yeah, he might be in the chat tonight or might be watching. So
a couple
it was really nice to meet you, but then it felt awkward, so we did buy it.
And ages ago, I was buying some stock, and I still bought some stuff off a family, and one of the kids said, "My mum watches you on YouTube." I don't think you were with me that day.
I was, no.
But I still bought some PS1 games off them. Yeah.
Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's nearly 9 o'clock.
Nearly.
Yeah, we probably missed a load of interesting questions when we've skipped through it.
It's difficult to keep up with. I'm sorry if we have missed your questions and stuff, but yeah, you should try this when it's just whizzing past, and then when you click on it and it jumps to a random point.
If you really want an answer to a question you've asked us and we haven't answered it, then feel free to repost it.
Yeah, because we're at the bottom now. Welsh Wonders says there.
Oh, Timbuktu is a place in Africa, so I don't think Leanne lives in Africa.
No, she said she was born there. Wasn't she? Always she was from there.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay.
Welsh Wonder says, finally got an item to send to Hitchin in the morning. Reselling bucket list check.
Mukhtar says, Andrea, did you go to the bad tour at Wembley? No, that's a very sore point because my cousins and my uncles and aunts went and they didn't invite me, and my mum couldn't get tickets, so I missed out. So every time anyone talks about the bad tour,
It's the worst
I feel
case.
Absolutely gutted.
The worst case of FOMO ever in the
But
world.
I did go to the Dangerous tour and the History tour, so made up for it.
And then when we got together, she dragged me to Janet Jackson's Velvet Rope tour.
You said you quite enjoyed it after the fact.
I did.
Yeah.
That was in Birmingham?
It was in Birmingham, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Question, if not answered, this Vlogmas doing it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll probably do it.
We may do like a weekly thing again.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Daily
we'll see
was way too much of a time
I might just
drain.
do it, not necessarily daily, but when there's interesting stuff to film, I'll film it. And then, yeah. We'll see.
I've made one of these tiny bottles last a whole hour. That's
you
a
have.
first.
It's amazing. I've still got coffee left.
Live Bell. My son has complained that my living room is beginning to look like Del Trotter's. Is that normal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Depend.
Yeah.
Is that normal for a reseller? Probably. For a normal person, no. Anything but normal. But if for one of us, yeah. High five.
Yeah. When we had our first house together, and when Ellen was a baby, we had a small living room, didn't we? And it was just piled to the rafters with stuff. Like, everybody would come in and just look around and go, "Wow!"
Yeah,
I was almost embarrassed actually to invite family round.
Before we'd bought a house, we were renting a tiny little 2 up, 2 down, and there was just stock in every conceivable.
It was a really small living room.
Orifice. That sounds wrong. Everywhere.
Alison, we already answered the autograph question. No, is the answer. We haven't.
That would be embarrassing as well if someone asked for my autograph.
Question, have you ever been to see a comedian? Yeah, a couple. Oh, we went to see Alan Davies, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big Alan Davies fan. We also went to see Omid Jalili.
Yeah.
We also went to see a comedian called Will Smith, not the Will Smith you're thinking of, but Google him. He's very funny. But he was touring, and he went to the Leisure Centre in Stevenage, which has an auditorium, like a theatre where they have like theatre companies put on shows and that. I don't know, it's probably 500 big, and I think he'd sold about 15 tickets.
It was quite empty, wasn't it? Bless him.
And we'd kind of sat around. So he came on stage, and bless him, it was really painful to watch because he was like, thanks for coming, you handful of people.
He wasn't very well known, was he?
But he got us all together. Yeah. Said, come on, guys, let's all huddle down the front. And then he did his whole routine, and it was really, really good material.
Was great. He was funny.
But you couldn't avoid the fact that it was painfully embarrassing that hardly anyone had turned up. But that was a long time. That's like 10 years ago or something.
Do you still have to queue up at the post office, even if you do drop and go?
I just drop it and go.
You do still queue though, don't you?
No, because I chatted with one of the guys there, and because I put my barcode on the label now, I chatted with one of the postmen. All they do is scan that, and it logs everything into the system, including the recorded stuff.
Oh, okay. The last time I went, I queued and had to get it stamped.
Oh no, that's way before we were even doing drop and go.
Oh, was that?
Shows how often you do the post run.
You do it most days, all the time. And enough said.
Pete's first Vlogmas video will be a metal concert I'm going to. Very Christmassy.
Awesome.
Very Christmassy. Do you think they'll have like little Santa hats?
I'm going to look for. I love Vlogmas. I can't wait for Vlogmas. I really enjoy Vlogmas.
Question, have you ever been to Edinburgh Festival? I missed it this year. No, we've been to Edinburgh, but not when the festival was on. We went there when we still had our camper van. We toured around the UK and stopped in Edinburgh, which was really nice. We'll have to go back sometime. But
yeah, I'd like to. Robert
Yeah.
Walker, before it disappears, said, "Has there ever been a TV show about reselling? If not, that would be good on Channel 5." I think there might have been a couple that, where they almost make fun in a way. We've actually been approached about a couple of different shows, but they have never come to anything.
No.
So
fairly recently, we were approached by a production company again, different one to last time, saying, "Do we want to be part of a TV show based on what you do?" And other people doing the same thing. We were like, "Well, we'll speak to you about it."
Yeah, we weren't sure really, but we had the interview thing.
I mean, there was one about a year ago where it got to the point where we were chatting with doing like what do you call it, Skype calls with the production people, and somebody came around to our house and interviewed us all about it, and then they dropped the whole project. But to be honest, I'm much happier just doing YouTube, because we have kind of editorial control over this, and we can control what we're putting out and make it as honest and transparent as we can be. Whereas if you're in the hands of a TV production company, they can make it whatever they want, really, and edit you to look like a idiot.
I know. It's a worry. Which is what's happened with a couple of them. Like, we've seen people and they just make them out to be, I don't know if they just particularly choose very off the wall characters.
Yeah, what is that program? The one you're thinking of? Is that Wheeler Dealer guy in London who goes around, and he had a big auction in his garden of stuff? Is that what you're thinking of?
I don't know. No? I was thinking of the woman with her snowballs. She had like polystyrene snowballs.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember what it was called.
That is the same program.
Oh, okay. Carol's asked me, what do I do for vegan Christmas dinner? Well, last year I bought like a Fry's country roast, which was really yummy, and then we just do like normal roast vegetables and potatoes. You had meat, you had roast chicken, and so sometimes I make a nut roast. Don't know what I'll do this year.
Yeah, let's answer a few more and then we're going to wrap this up. Oh, Kelly says, cooking my first ever Christmas dinner this year. It's getting too much for Mum now, so I've got 9 coming.
Oh yeah,
it's quite a task.
We've done that before and had about 11, I think, for Christmas dinner.
It does mean you get fairly stressed out for the whole morning, and it takes the shine off it a little bit when I have to do the meal.
I know, it is a bit stressful, but it's fun afterwards.
Yeah.
You take less? Asked if my Christmas jumpers are selling. Well, they would probably if I'd listed them.
Get them listed.
I haven't listed them yet.
Christmas stuff is really flying. So if you haven't got your Christmas stuff on, stick it on now. Everyone's thinking about Christmas. I just wanted to answer quickly. Nanette Davis, when was the last time you worked a 9-to-5 job? For both of it, it was 2001 for you. 2002 for me. Andrea left her job at Amazon.
Yeah, I went on maternity leave and never went back.
And I quit my job.
Oh yes,
in the police.
Del Boys and Dealers.
That was it. Yeah, Del Boys and Dealers.
Yeah.
I think they only did 1 series, did they? They might have done 2.
And Steve Steph said, wow, they came to your house, so they just pitch the shows and see if they get selected to try out for TV. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, they basically were pitching it to different production companies or TV. I don't know how it works. They were a production company. They were pitching it to channels, weren't they?
Yeah.
To try and get the funding. And they had a bunch of us resellers ready to go, and it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I was actually quite glad, because I'd got very cold feet about the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it felt, because they wanted to come and film us while we were working in our offices, and that just all felt a bit weird. And then the idea of being followed and going around a boot sale or in a charity shop, that felt weird too. So we just said no in the end.
They wanted to film us outsourcing stock, and thinking through that. It's one thing when you're kind of subtly holding your phone and filming yourself going around.
Yeah.
In private, when you've got like a sound guy and a camera crew, because we did this once. We got involved in a TV show.
Well,
just a little segment. Yeah.
I just went and watched.
I've been around a boot sale with a cameraman and a sound. It's just like everyone stops what they're doing and stares at you. And for me, that was just mortifying.
Yeah.
It was, So yeah.
I think if we were asked to take part in one where we could just talk about what we do or just be interviewed for it, then I would.
Yeah.
But yeah, being followed around sort of personally, didn't like the idea of that.
Oh, it's just jumped again. Right, let's do a couple more quick questions if there are any, and then we will let these wonderful people get on with their Sundays. Nick, the guy you're on about is called Danny Sebastian. I don't think it was. Oh, he now does bargain. Oh, the guy we were talking about in that show.
Oh, okay.
Not the guy who came and saw us. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that does sound right.
Lots of talk about Christmas dinners now.
Yeah.
And then Aid said, Bailey's at Christmas, can't beat it. I'm going to buy the vegan Bailey's this year.
Oh.
Quite excited because I really liked Bailey's, but I have not been able to obviously have it. So, yeah, it's almond though. I'm not sure, but I'll give it a try.
Robert was interviewed for Come Dine With Me, but he was too normal.
Oh, that's a shame.
You need to be a bit of a nutter to get on that.
Probably do, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah. Steve says, see you later, guys. So,
oh, he's off.
Yeah.
See you, Steve. Thanks for popping in.
People are dropping off. Yeah, we need to go.
Oh,
this clock up here says 10:15.
Robert saw this Danny chap at a car boot recently, so he's obviously
cool.
still in the game. Bailey's at 1 litre, £12 Morrison's. There you go. Sean's on it.
Okay, cool. When we went to see Billy Idol, we saw the guy from Big Brother that has Tourette's, didn't we?
Pete.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was quite, that was weird. It was he just
a...
walked past us like, that's Pete from Big Brother. And then this guy in front of us turned around and said, oh, I was thinking that as well.
Yeah. Oh, now there's questions coming in.
Yeah. Everyone ever seen anything on a TV show? I thought I would love to sell that.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably.
Especially when you're watching like old sitcoms or whatever, and you see the stuff in the background and the vintage stuff, or you watch like 80s kids TV shows and they've got toys and games. And
also I saw was it yesterday, Megan Ellaby, who I follow on YouTube, she's just launched her own clothing brand, and in one of her promotional shots she's there with a Mewtwo in her hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she is the very rich yuppie who pays 200 odd quid for them.
Yeah. Lex says, question, when can me and Carla and the rest come for that massage party then? I'm free all week. Well,
we're here all
week.
Drop me a line. I'm always available for massages. Yeah. Okay. All right, that has to be the on that note moment. On that note.
Yes, on that note, we need to go. Yeah. I'm hungry.
Right, I hope that was enjoyable. It feels weird just waffling and not actually sharing anything tat related, but there you go. Let us know if you did enjoy it. If you're watching this after the fact, drop me a message below, say hello, and we'll see you. Oh, that rhymed.
You're a poet, you didn't know it.
And we'll be back Tuesday for some chat shenanigans. Are we on my channel?
I think you might be on to his.
To his. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye. Where's the button? Where's the button?